Hey there, we are Nicole and Miko. We have been traveling for more than 3 years, and today we want to share with you our favorite travel essentials that we've just come to love in the last few years of full-time travel.
In no particular order, we're just gonna get going right away. The first bit is hygiene kit. Everybody needs a good hygiene kit, and if you've seen our older packing videos, you would have seen the Sea to Summit hygiene kits that we have been traveling around with for a long time.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it's starting to kind of look like that. They're getting kind of old, and
Yeah.
I think mine's also like looking a little moldy for some reason. Maybe one too many humid countries.
Unfortunately for me, the real thing that's taken this guy out for me is that I really overstuffed this, and the zipper has officially broken on it. So I had to say goodbye to my Sea to Summit toiletry kit recently, and we were super lucky that we got an email from Trips Travel Gear, and they actually sent us a couple of products, including their toiletry kit. So this is my new toiletry kit. I think I've decided that like the overstuffing toiletry kit bit is just like, it's not fun. I'm not here for it anymore. This guy has got a hook, of course. One of our like biggest pieces of advice is to never get a hygiene kit without a hook.
Always get a hook.
Yeah, you're gonna need that. And obviously the big difference between this little guy and this guy is that I have so much more space. So I'm no longer shoving that zipper around. I don't think I'm at risk of breaking this one anymore. There's tons of storage in this toiletry kit, and I really like the use of the mesh pockets here. I really like to be able to kind of see generally inside some of these pockets. So I really like the organization. Something else that's really cool actually about this toiletry kit specifically is that on the back here, you can actually access this pocket. This guy right here is actually this guy.
Yeah, you can
Back here.
both sides.
Yeah.
So I think that if you want to get at it, like you fly and carry on, and you want to get at it easily, and you don't want to open up the entire
Yeah.
thing, you can just open up one pocket and quickly access.
Exactly. I just keep like deodorant and like face wash back here and stuff so that on those little layovers, you can quickly access your necessities. And then this also has, I really like this, a detachable plastic pouch. And I actually use this to put all of the stuff that gets wet in here so that it doesn't get the rest of my stuff wet and my hair oil, because if that's spilt, it would destroy the rest of the hygiene kit, and I don't want that.
The toiletry set also comes with this kind of see-through standalone container, and it'd be perfect for if you want to put liquids in here and you're going through security.
Yeah.
It's just a lot easier to do that.
For carry-on
It's easy.
flights?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm putting in here right now is all the extra things that I don't use on a daily basis and don't need it like I don't need it every single day. I just need this stuff every single day.
If you haven't heard of Trip Travel Gear before, they're actually a company that was started by a couple of other travel creators.
Yeah, their names are
Yeah.
Tim and Finn. Maybe you've seen them on YouTube before. They
Yeah.
have their own channel. So we're super excited to be working with them for this video and have them as a sponsor of today's video and share some of their incredible travel gear with you. Because having travel gear that is made by other travelers for traveling, it just like makes sense.
Just kind of makes sense,
It
yeah.
just makes sense.
The next item is actually was in
Oh, it's in here.
here.
Right, yeah. These are Matador soap packs. So this is like the ingenious way to be able to bring soap, like hard soap, or solid shampoo and conditioner on your travels with you. So like you stick wet shampoo and conditioner soap in here, and then it can actually dry. I just used mine, so this isn't dry. This is pretty wet because I just used it. But anyways,
Yeah.
this guy does get dry.
I don't know how it works, but like the soap never gets mushy. Even
Yeah,
if it goes in super wet, it somehow just dries out the soap, and it's good for the next time you open up your bag. The next item is actually one of our favorites, the PacSafe Travel Passport Wallet. We've been traveling with this for a long time, and I absolutely love it.
It still looks new to me.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like we haven't used it. But we use this as the holy grail of everything that's incredibly important to us.
We always say that if the Airbnb catches on fire, this is the first thing we grab.
This is what we save, each other and this.
Yeah, oh yeah, second thing we grab.
So this is where we keep our passport, all of our credit cards, any extra money that we have goes back in here.
Yeah.
And any like really important documents, like our
There's 20 bucks in here.
yeah, our vaccine documents, like anything just really important belongs in here, and then we keep this in like the safest places possible. And
This
are
is-
always really careful about where it goes on us on travel days.
Yeah, so if we're going on a bus, this is always with us. Obviously, when we're going through the airport, this
Yeah.
is always with us in our day pack. It's always nearby.
Yeah.
And this just works to keep everything in one place that's important.
The next item is a good sneaker. You have to have a good sneaker if you're going traveling, of course. For the first couple years of our travels, we used, what were they called?
Adidas Ultra Boost.
Yes.
Those were amazing shoes.
Those were awesome shoes, but after a few years of wear, we really destroyed them. And we have since picked up Vessies. We actually both here have the everyday classics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just really lightweight and minimal.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not sure. Did you mention they're waterproof?
No,
Oh yeah,
no.
they're waterproof, which
They're
is like
waterproof.
the best thing about these
That's like
shoes.
Vessi's thing, this brand, is that all their stuff is waterproof. So we obviously love that about this. We can go out and do things in the rain or like wet activities and our feet stay dry. But we really,
What we really like them for is also the fact that you can pack them down to like nothing. Look at that. They
Yeah.
like squish down
They
so
pack-
small.
They pack really well. But I also want to say that we always pack our shoes, our sneakers, when we are packing them into our bags. We pack them into some kind of shoe cover. So this one's from Tripped. These ones are random ones from Amazon. But we always make sure that we stick our shoes inside the shoe bag because there's nothing worse than getting the muck from the bottom of your shoe all over the inside of your backpack.
Ready? Oh.
Okay. So the next travel item is packing cubes. These ones are by Trip Travel Gear. I do not know how people pack without packing cubes. We
Yeah.
love packing cubes.
I mean, we used to live out of a backpack, so definitely need packing cubes there.
we still live out of a backpack.
That's true. But even if you had luggage, like normal hard luggage,
Yeah.
you still need packing cubes. It just keeps everything
Yeah,
organized.
it keeps everything so organized, especially living out of a backpack. Yeah, they're super essential. We like the ones that offer compression. So these ones from Tripped have the option to compress, yeah.
Like this?
So these are actually the same, to give you an example. These are actually the same size.
Yeah.
This is non-compressed, and this is, I mean, he only has underwear, I think, in here.
Yeah.
But this is compressed. So they can get really small if you need to, or you can make them big if you want to shove a lot of stuff in here. We also really like having different sized packing cubes because we use them for really different purposes. Like this has like everything that I wear a lot. And then this is like socks, underwear, bathing suits, my scarf, that kind of stuff. And I think you do something similar, right?
Yeah, exactly. And for the inside of mine, I'll just show you really quickly. It's kind of stuffed right now, but there's a lot of clothing in there. I usually just lay my clothing flat.
Yeah.
I know some people like to roll it, like Nicole does.
I roll.
And I'm not exactly sure who saves more space, but the compression part is definitely what keeps it all very tight and clean.
Yeah, and if you don't want to compress and you want it, like Mika when he packs his backpack kind of likes to keep it not compressed in some ways because then it like really fits the curve of the backpack. But I have too much stuff and I have to compress it or it doesn't fit.
The next travel essential item isn't exactly one specific item, but it's a type of item, and that's merino wool. Now, if you've seen our other packing videos before, you know that we've spoken up lots of times about merino wool, so we won't really dive into it, but really quickly, it's antibacterial, odor resistant, quick drying. It's just perfect for travel. We've had our ups and downs, but I do want to say that we do use merino wool for very specific scenarios.
Yeah, we've really come to love merino wool for everyday clothing. It hasn't always served us super well in the technical clothing department, but as an everyday clothing item, we have come to love it as travelers.
For the shirts, I have the Woolen Prince Henley,
Yeah.
like nice everyday shirt for going around the city, and I love this Woolen Prince pocket tee. This is just super casual. If in a humid country, I'm always getting sweaty. This dries away.
It dries really fast.
So fast.
Because when he's carrying like our backpack and stuff, which is usually really heavy with our camera gear, it just gets a little gross. I've come to love dresses from merino wool. So this one's made by Wool and. I've got a couple of these and I'm just absolutely loving them. And then I also do really enjoy using merino wool underwear. Again, as travelers, when you don't have super consistent access to laundry, excellent idea to have merino wool underwear.
Yeah.
And socks. These are actually 3 different brands. I think these are Wool and, these are Smart Wool, and these are Icebreaker. So merino wool socks is something that we have carried with us for years as well.
The next item is every traveler's must have, which is a good water bottle.
Yeah.
Mine is very beaten. I feel like that's the theme for today's
Stuff
video.
we've used forever.
Yeah, so I use the Hydro Flask 1 liter. It's the Trail series, so it's
Yeah.
extra light. And then I have like a custom lid that I just bought off Amazon and gives me that kind of lid instead of like the big screw top one.
Yeah, I use the Owala water bottle. I purchased this for the first time like 3 years ago, but it was full white and it got real dirty real fast. And then I tried to get myself a different water bottle because I was like, no, the other one like looked gross. I'm just gonna get a new style. Terrible idea. I went through like 4 water bottles that I hated and ended up back at the Owala. So now I am a major believer in the Owala water bottle.
Yeah.
I love that it opens up and it has like a spout. You can actually sip it up because there's a straw inside. So you can actually sip it through the straw or you can dump it back and like pour it like
Yeah.
Mika would drink from his. It keeps it really clean because of course the lid clicks over. And then this guy here is both a handle and a lock.
Yeah, and if you ever like are always losing your water bottles, this Owala one is so bright. It's like a
Impossible.
It's like a big highlighter.
It's impossible to lose this guy. I probably could have gone for a chiller color, but here we are.
The next travel essential item is for the tech lovers out there. If you're like us and want to keep all our, well, maybe more like me.
Yeah, maybe more like you.
And keep all the tech in one place, you gotta have a good electronics pouch.
Yeah.
So this is the one by Trip Travel Gear. We absolutely love this one because not only is it pretty spacious and it kind of contains everything that you could need on the road in one spot, but it's also like very like durable.
It's
like,
very well padded.
Yeah.
It feels like the structure feels like quite firm almost. So
Yeah.
it really keeps its shape well. And I just feel like everything in here is safe, which is a big deal for us, especially because we have a lot of electronics.
Sensitive hard drives can go in here, no problem. And there's just so many little small pockets and zippers that allow you to put in, you know, USBs, SD cards, chargers for your computer, AirPods, like all of that goes in here.
Yeah.
And it keeps everything in one neat place.
Yeah, the organization is like next level. There's just so many pockets to use.
And the last item on this list for travel essentials is a good sleep mask. Because you never really know what kind of sleeping situation you'll be, whether it be a nice hotel or an Airbnb with lots of light. Oh, I thought you were doing it too.
No, I'm not doing it.
Okay, never.
Okay, so we use sleep masks by Manta Sleep. We used to have just like the plain silk sleep masks that you can buy on Amazon or whatever. And those worked like 60%, I'd say. You know, they blocked most of the light, but they weren't awesome. But man, these sleep masks, they have these like eye socket things.
These little cups.
Yeah, these cups that actually like fit onto your eyeballs, and they are complete blackout.
Yeah, well, and they don't touch your eyes. That's the main thing that I really like
so
about them.
nice.
So it doesn't feel like something's pushing on my eye when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, these are actually lovely, and they're very, very adjustable. Like they're adjustable in terms of like how big your head is, of course, and then you can actually move the cups around so that they match your specific eye dimensions perfectly.
And then they also come with like a nice little pouch.
Yeah,
to like put your sleep mask in.
Sort in.
And then some earplugs.
Yeah, and they're washable, which is great.
Links to all the products that we talked about in the video will be down in the description below. We'll also put a link to all the Trip Travel Gear items that we talked about, and you can check out their website for the full suite of what they offer. We just love their products, and I think what we really love is that we're using travel items made by other travelers.
So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see a full packing list, we actually have on our website everything that we pack for full-time travel and a couple of videos about that, so we will link them, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching.
It's on! Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have to will the dog outside not to bark. Please don't bark.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
There you
It's like you and me.
The next.
Hey there, we are Nicole and Miko. Yep. Hey there, we are Nicole and Miko. We have been traveling for the... No, I'm not doing it.
No, you should do it. We should go like this.
Like what?
And the last item on this list for travel essentials